Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. This is Lola once again. And today I just wanted to share an experience with you guys that I thought was interesting, that I thought could help someone if they may be in a circumstance where they're debating their thought process when it comes to respect, for their mate. And here it goes. So I was driving on the highway and it was really hot outside, like it is today. Um, and there was a man on the shoulder, and he was really like pouring down hot, and he was like he looked at really hot, and I felt sorry for him, right? But I could tell like his car had broken down or something, and he was, I guess, walking to the next exit, and that next exit was a pretty good distance away. So a thought came to my mind. Well, why don't you, stop and help? Be the change you want to see in the world. Now, fortunately, right, I didn't stop, and here's the reason why I'm gonna say. Fortunately, I found respecting my man more important than helping him. The reason why I want to say it that way is because, first of all, as a woman, right, I'm a natural nurturer. My first instinct is nurturing. My first instinct is not protecting myself, protecting anything. My first instinct is to nurture. The only time I go into protect mode is when my children are literally in imminent danger. Imminent danger, like immediate danger. Other than that, I'm a nurturer. So I go in mostly in between nurturing and logic, but I pretty much exist in my nurturing energy. And the issue was this, right? The counter thought I had after thinking, hey, I should go over and help was, okay, whatever happens from this point on, it will literally be your fault. If anything goes wrong, everything could go right, but if anything goes wrong, it's going to be your fault. Whether or not you go over there and your car gets hit, whether or not you get robbed, whether or not you get raped, whatever, it's going to be your fault because this is a grown man here. He is not, on the floor needing CPR. He is not in any imminent danger. He is not yelling for help. He is simply walking, something people do. It is hot. People sweat. When a man's car breaks down, he should be walking to the next exit to get whatever he needs. This is what men do. They don't need to be babied, especially under the circumstances. And the circumstances that I understood, but it, wasn't right in the forefront of my mind was that at this point, right, I'm approaching a man. He's stronger than me. And as much as my intentions are good, intentions will lead you literally to hell. Good intentions will lead you to hell. And I'm one that I'm about to go over with good intentions, and this person could literally do anything to me, and I could do nothing to stop it. And oftentimes, no one else is going to stop to help. So, it's not like I'm in the car, with my man, and we're both stopping to help the brother out. It's not like that, where I have that measure of protection because my man is with me. It's not like that. So, when I thought about that, it had dawned on me that, you have to learn to respect him and trust him in more than just, daily life. Certain things that people put the word trust on, because when he tells me, don't go no place by yourself, well, I don't want you doing this by yourself. He's doing that because his job, his first job as a male, one is to protect. That's what they do. And his first priority here with me is to preserve what we have in terms of what we're building and to protect me from internal danger and external danger. So when I'm approaching a circumstance like that, what I'm essentially doing is putting myself in harm's way and making it literally impossible for him to protect me because he's miles away And it's nothing that he can do to help me. And that is his job, to literally protect me. And now I'm making it weird so he can't even do his job. So I didn't stop, and I feel like as women, we often get in the way of men doing their jobs. And then we turn around and we're kind of upset at the fact that they are not doing their jobs. But we literally spend our time making it impossible for them to do their jobs. And this is a team effort. Yes, we can make it impossible for a man to do his God-given job. You know, it's just like men are providers, but they can't provide for women that they can't trust alone in a space of their own. Like, you can't be a provider if for a woman that doesn't know how to manage what you're providing for her. Like, you give her a house, she smokes, she leaves cigarettes around, and then there's a fire. I mean, I'm just saying, like, this is a team effort, and a lot of times we complain as a society that our men are too passive. They don't come to our aid when they see us, in danger and so on and so forth. And what we do on the flip end, we sit around and make it impossible for them to approach us without the police getting involved. We literally turn around and make it illegal for them to be masculine, to shame them, for being masculine. And we want them to be sedentary and pretty much act like women. We don't like having them have their own space where they can, be just men without us. We want to infiltrate everything that they're doing because we want to feel equal. And then, when they're in a position in which they're like, well, why should I treat you like you're weaker than me if you want me to see you as equal? Like, I don't make no concessions with smaller men. I mean, why should I have a concession with you? Like, we really have a backwards mentality because we live in a society that cultivates backwards mentality. So when we're women looking for real men and we have men in our lives, we have to take responsibility for our position and playing our position in that relationship to keep that balance going. And the balance of me being a nurturer and the balance of him being a protector has to maintain itself with both of us coming to the table doing what we're supposed to be doing. And when we are outside of that, we are literally opening the door for any and everything to destroy what we have. So, it was a learning lesson for me in a moment that may take some people lifetimes, but as long as you learn, that's what's important. But I would hope that people can learn through other people's experiences and not put themselves in the firing line like that, And one last thing I would say about that whole ordeal is this. It's really not fair to anyone that they have to pick up the pieces from decisions other people make. And what happens automatically when you meet someone, they are in essence picking up the pieces from what someone else has left. And that's unfair. Whereas like on women, when we meet men that have been emotionally scarred over and over and over again by ratchet women, and now we have to love on them even harder and put up with certain emotional issues simply because of how they've been treated, that puts a burden on the relationship we're trying to build with them, and the same thing with men. So as a woman, when I make a decision like that to approach a man in which something could possibly happen and go wrong, and let's suppose the guy, was crazy, like a Jeffrey Dahmer type, and he raped me or whatever, and I got away before he could eat me. What if he would have given me some STD, and then now I have to explain that to my guy, and he's like, well, did you know him? Like, now it's a level of trust that he really shouldn't even have to indulge in, because I could have just not stopped. It's a stranger, for goodness sake. Now me and his sex life is affected. And is that fair to him? It's really not. Suppose it was me and he went up there and something like that, something similar happened with him in which a sexual exchange happened. He comes back and then there's a disease there and I have to deal with it. You see what I'm saying? It's like, that's not fair. So in an effort of keeping in mind that we don't like to pick up the pieces of other people's decisions, we can't be the progenitors of that action to cause other people to pick up the pieces from decisions we make. We can make better decisions, and it is possible. So I'm not going to hold you guys up, but I just want you guys to know that when it comes to respecting your man, respect his natural position in protecting you, and don't allow yourself to chokehold that in your relationship by your own decisions that could possibly put him in a circumstance in which he cannot defend you. All right. I hope that helps somebody. You guys have a good one. I'm about to finish laying down, and I will see you guys in the next video.